So let's talk about bass leaders. They're a little bit ironic because a bass is typically 2 to 5 pounds. We don't really need a very heavy leader to fight the fish, but we do need a heavy leader to turn over the huge flies that bass normally eat. Here's an example of one of our favorites. It's a big rattle fly, big giant profile, and the bass love this fly. However, it's a pain in the neck to cast, and to get that leader to turn over this fly from the fly line in a stealthy position requires a stiffer leader, especially if there's some wind. Here's another great example. This is Wilson's bully bass fly. Not only is it bulky, but it also is weighted. So we have two things that make this fly difficult for a leader to turn over, and so a stiffer, thicker leader would be used. Typical examples are in a monofilament leader, 12 to 16 pounds. Maybe sometimes we use 10 pounds, but usually 12 to 16 pounds, and that's to turn over these bigger flies. Also, fluorocarbon would be fine. This would be on the light end of the scale. Fluorocarbon would be used if you want the fly to sink faster. We tie some custom leaders, hand-tied leaders in the shop. Here's a heavy cover bass fly. Look at that, 20-pound leader. The reason we use this is because we cast right into weedy areas like hydrilla or cattails, and we need to be able to pull this fish out of a weedy situation, or perhaps maybe get them out of the lily pads. So this leader is for strength. But the other thing is, these leaders don't wrap around the weeds as easy. A lot of times a thin leader will wrap around the weed, and regardless if the fly is weedless, you can't pull it out because it's wrapped. So this type of leader will pull that fly out. We also tie a leader called a bass bug, and this is what we would use for your traditional popper style bass bugs.